Hi everybody and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 11th of February. So today we've got a moon void of course at 3:39. Then the moon enters Libra at 7:33 a.m. If you want to know more about what to do in these times, I'm going to place the audio at the end of this. So go and listen to that. So today, it's one of those short and sweet days, aspect wise. We just got Mars sextile in Chiron, strongest today at 6:03 p.m. GMT time, and leaving on the 15th of February at 11:30 a.m, but it's going to still affect us up until, say, the 20th of February. So this is an opportunity to become more motivated to deal with any unhealed emotional, spiritual and psychological wounds you've been putting off. So a lot of the aspects this week have been, supporting this sort of energy, especially those to do with your natural self-expression, rights to personal freedom versus living up to other people's expectations. Mars's influence can give you the strength and confidence to overcome the challenges you face in life. Making strategic and realistic plans to take practical action to reach your highest potential and achieve your goals and dreams. You and others can help each other through emotional problems, and negatively people can become more driven by their automatic responses of their trauma, so reacting defensively or aggressively with words or actions which can cause disturbances in relationships. Mars' sextile to Chiron is a perfect opportunity for content creators to write about content that encourages others and motivates others to work through their feelings and to accept their feelings, and that it's okay to fall off their journeys of personal or spiritual development, and it happens to us all, and failure is all part of the journey to success, and not to beat themselves up too much about it. Reminding people to persevere and never give up, no matter how difficult their life or situation may seem. With this transit, we have the power to unlock new strengths and unlock our true potential. It's time to inspire others to believe in themselves, to take risks, and to not be afraid of failure and not being who they want to be. No one's perfect. So the cosmic energy of this transit can be used to cultivate a more positive outlook about themselves and ignite or reignite a fire within, instead of focusing on limitations and challenges of this current situation, encouraging them to focus on the positives and what is possible. So what is void of course? Void of course moon in astrology is when the moon journeys through its cycle and it makes one last main aspect, i.e. a trine, conjunction, square, sextile, opposition with another planet before changing signs, yet it still makes minor aspects. I call them major, and I do include them in my weekly scopes and daily scopes. But anyway, so it will still make minor aspects such as SemiSquares, sextiles, quintiles and sextile quadrate, but it won't make any what's called, in inverted commas, main aspects. When the moon enters void of course, it can be a time of uncertainty and confusion for many. Because of this, some astrologers suggest it may be best to delay things during the moon void of course period. To be on the safe side, it may be sensible to plan ahead, steer clear of major events or decisions during the time period when moon's void of course. Sometimes moon void of course can just last for an hour. Sometimes it can last for a day. If you can, it's a perfect time to take some time out to reflect and relax if you feel affected by the moon void of course period. In astrology, the moon represents our emotions and innermost feelings, so this is especially a vulnerable time for some people, especially for those with strong Cancer or water energy, Pisces and Scorpio in their chart. So water signs and those affected will especially benefit for taking time out to reflect and check in with themselves, especially on your belief patterns, maybe thinking of starting or continuing the work to let go of them. Excellent time to practice mindfulness and to be open to the universe lessons for you, giving gratitude. Even though it can be a challenging time, it can also be a powerful one. If we use moon void of course periods as a perfect opportunity to cultivate our inner strength and wisdom. The best use of the Libra moon's energy is working with or helping others, compromising to find solutions to problems, or simply working with others just to get work completed quickly. Working on creative work or any other projects, becoming more refined on your taste and appearance. The energy is given to work through problems peacefully, looking for resolutions that meet the needs of everyone involved. This is sort of like the perfect time to resolve creative or legal and other partnership matters if you can, and that's a big if. Remain cool and calm, rational, and focus on the practicalities of not only the situation but what you're going to say. Then you can navigate also any blocks to finding peaceful resolution or any obstacles that you may face. It may be a good idea to put off essential matters until later if you can't keep a level head. Some of you may be able to appreciate things such as music, beauty, nature more, making the Libra moon a sort of perfect time to start or continue artistic or musical projects. You may want to socialise more and make your close ones feel appreciated by saying words of affirmation. You can make them feel appreciated by cooking for them, taking them out, giving them a gift, or meeting their needs in some other way. Some of you may be more interested in psychological and emotional issues rather than socialising right now. Negatively, people can gossip more, be distant or outspoken. This can cause tensions in relationships due to a lack of understanding, impoliteness, bad manners, and insensitive to other people's feelings. So do your best to remain practical, rational, and peaceful. Listen to other people's points of view and state your wishes assertively, but be thoughtful with your actions and words to reduce the conflict, because, hey, it's nice to be nice sometimes, but don't people please, because that's Libra energy. Don't do that. Assert yourself, but in a polite way. So yeah, some people may prefer to just be alone. It's a good moon to look after yourself, self-care on the spiritual, emotional, psychological levels, and you may be more emotional, hypersensitive as well, so you may just want to take a break. And the Libra moon supports taking extra time just to look after your general physical health, your body, because sometimes we can be in our minds and forget to do that. Drinking more water, going for health checkups, exercising, and doing other things to look after your general well-being is also good. Also, under the Libra moon, when the moon's in the constellation of Libra, it's a good time to plant plants, especially those who, if you're in the southern, because we're going into the winter solstice right now, but in England, but yeah, planting colourful fruits, vegetables, and plants can make your garden look more colourful. It's also an excellent period to plant hard roots such as parsnips, celery, roots, water chestnuts, ginger, potatoes, and turmeric. So yeah, that's the daily scope for the 11th of February.